I feel like there's this connective energy with me and the collective, but the collective fear is triggering my own. So there's like a cord that I have that's connecting me to this fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear of death, it's fear of being killed, it's fear of lack, it's
Okay.
oh, my head hurts.
So as you say that there is a cord that is connecting you to fear, which is causing this fear of death, being killed, fear of lack, I want you to look and tell me what is on the other end of that cord.
Blackness, it's like a black hole.
Okay.
It's like I feel something like here, like, like not a tube, but
So you can feel the energy of that blackness across your forehead.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going straight in front of me.
Okay. As you know that you are completely safe and I'm here with you now, Dana, I'd like you to walk up to that black hole, knowing that you are completely safe. And I want you to tell me what it is that you see. I want you to look at it very carefully.
It's a portal,
Okay. What purpose does this portal serve?
a timeline.
Okay.
It's a it's how we co-create. It's an
How we,
energy to feed into a timeline. Several. It's to grab attention to create
okay.
a collective experience.
It's not just existing of a negative energy. It has some positive energies as well.
It's neutral. It's a space of shared energy, that it's grabbing people's attentions and fears are coming up for
Mm.
many people.
So you and these other individuals that it's grabbing, you're causing these fears to come up yourself. The black hole is not causing this negativity. Is that correct?
There's shadows coming up
Okay.
for many people, and they are hooking themselves to this timeline of fear.
So are people connecting themselves to this fear by choice?
It's a little bit more complex, but there's always a choice.
So why would a person wish to attach themselves to a portal like this that brings up all kinds of shadows and fears?
It's unconsciously.
So even
Seek
unconsciously, what
attention,
purpose does that serve?
a greater purpose,
Okay. What is that greater purpose?
collective purging,
A
purging.
collective purging. Okay. So these individuals, including yourself, are able to look at this negativity, which is triggering the fear that they are carrying with them, either through past life traumas or current life traumas, or perhaps even future traumas. And by looking at these negative aspects, it is allowing you and these individuals to understand the triggering of this negativity.
These are part of the background programs of many that are unconsciously feeding this timeline.
Okay.
The goal or the purpose of having this come up in theory would benefit a person to see these shadows, these fears. But for some, because it's unconscious to them, they are not aware that they're feeding into this.
So why is it you're able to be aware and other people that are at that portal are not able to be aware?
To be in a meditative state, to access the subconscious mind, where the programs run, is where anyone would be able to witness their own self-undoing.
And as Dana continues to meditate, this actually helps to support her in being able to identify this negative energy and these fears.
She doesn't do it enough.
Okay. And so she needs to do it more.
Correct.
So let's go through some of these fears. Since this is more of a benevolent evolution for you to face these fears and to look at them carefully, let's go ahead and look at some of these fears. Name some of these fears that you recognize that are coming to you.
Fear of success, authenticity, wanting to hide, feeling blind, deaf, feeling powerless, feeling trapped.
So those are a lot of fears that is able to acknowledge, which is good. But let's ask the portal, what is it that you're supposed to do with all of these fears other than just look at them, acknowledge them, and dissect them? How are you supposed to handle these fears and yet still heal?
The portal is a timeline that is being fed by these fears of each individual.
So it collects people's fears.
Yes, it's a timeline. Energy flows where the attention goes. And right now, there is a co-creation of a fear-based timeline
Mm-hmm.
that she is paying her attention to. to shift that, one must face their own fears. This is coming up for the collective.
Okay. So as we know that sometimes as a collective, people can be healed. It sounds like in this case, people need to do this as individuals on their own journey.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and do what this portal and the situation is suggesting for you. Let's go ahead and identify these fears, which you've already done, but let's look to see where these fears are coming from.
I feel it in my stomach.
Okay. So I want you to go ahead and go to that feeling that you have in your stomach right now. And I want you to make that feeling bigger. I want you to make it much bigger. Go ahead. That feeling that you have in your stomach, make
I
it
feel like
bigger.
I'm being stabbed. My stomach.
Okay. Okay.
Like
And
there's a
so
sword in my stomach.
feeling, okay. So it feels like you're being stabbed by a sword. So tell me, who is at the other end of that sword? Who's stabbing you?
It's a knight. A knight. Like a soldier. Like in armor.
Okay. So are you being stabbed because you are a knight yourself, or you're a warrior, or are you just
I'm a
uh
warrior.
okay. So as you're being stabbed right now, what is your feeling? What are you feeling emotionally?
Angry. Regretful. Not ready.
Okay. Regretful and not ready.
This wasn't my fight.
So as you're being stabbed and you're feeling these feelings where you're angry that you're being stabbed because this person is taking your life, you're regretful. What are some of the things that are making you feel regret? Why do you think you're feeling regretful?
Felt like things were not what they seemed. I was deceived.
Oh, deceit. Okay. And how were you deceived?
We were told one thing, but it was really something else. We were told that they were the enemy and we had to fight to defend. But this this was not the case.
Okay. So what was the reality of that situation? How were you deceived?
We were mm, told a half truth
Okay.
that we were mm, fighting a religious war, that we were right, they were wrong, to be self-righteous, to defend and honor and to blindly go in without asking questions, just to do as you're told. Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't question them.
Okay. So I want you to go back to the moment where you're being stabbed in the stomach by another knight, and you're feeling emotionally and mentally, you're feeling regret. You're feeling that you've been lied to, so you're feeling a great deal of deceit. I want you to take a look at these aspects. I want you to try to see how these particular feelings are affecting Dana in this lifetime.
Created a block of self-trust, of not taking action unless you're told.
Okay. What else?
Being on autopilot.
Okay. Being on autopilot. Okay, very good. So now that you've been stabbed in the stomach, what happens next?
He took off his helmet
The knight
and
that was
he
that killed you took off his helmet?
mhm, and
Okay.
he stared at me in the eyes. His eyes were bulging out of his head, and he enjoyed it, and he dug it deeper in my stomach.
Okay.
He wanted to kill me. He was happy.
Okay. I want you to go to the place where your soul leaves that body. What is it that you notice?
Floating on top of all the other dead bodies.
Okay. Your soul is floating on top of all the other dead bodies. And what is it that you notice?
You see angels there
Okay. What are the angels doing there?
helping people cross over because there's so many that are dying. They're trying to help.
Okay.
They said that often in times of battle, they assist the souls to help them mm, raise their frequency
So they
when they
help
can.
the individuals to raise their frequencies before they go
Hmm. Because the
to
energy
the
is
light.
very dense. And the large collective
Okay.
turmoil.
Okay. Do you have an angel there that's ready to help you?
Michael,
Okay. Archangel Michael?
yes.
Very good. So I want you to look in Archangel Michael's eyes and ask him, what is the purpose of all of this fighting and all of this killing and all of this death? Ask him if he knows.
As we cannot interfere with human evolution. These scenarios, stories play out to help a soul evolve and learn, depending on where people are in their evolutionary process. Some may undergo very dense experiences in order to elevate. For some, these are the lessons of those who have walked away from their higher connections. So those experiences tend to be much more difficult, but we are here to support humanity when we can.
Very good. Thank you for that information. Can you tell me what happens next?
He wants to help me go to the light.
Okay. Let's move forward where he is actually taking to the light. Tell me what is happening.
He's holding my hand and he's bringing me healing. My energy feels so much lighter. Feels so calm, so peaceful.
Okay. Very good. So tell me when you actually arrive at the light.
It's yellow, like a yellow, golden, soft frequency. Feels very healing. Um,
So as you're there, just before you actually go into the light, I would like you to look back to that scene, the exact time that you were killed by this knight. You indicated that Archangel Michael had expressed that these wars, these revolutions and wars that happen, often people choose to go through them in their lifetime in order to experience the things they need to experience in order to heal from some of their traumas and other aspects of life.
some
But
of them are trauma, but also karma. The energy of past lives can suck you into the next lifetime to replay that same experience like a hamster wheel. So the soul gets sucked into the next life, not just for evolutionary purposes, but because of the density and unawareness. It's it's like a pull that the soul feels to complete something. So it'll come back to do the same thing over and over again till it learns.
okay. But in this lifetime, this particular lifetime, I'd like you to go ahead and look into the eyes of the soldier that was stabbing you. Eyes are the windows to the soul. Tell me if you recognize this person in today's lifetime.
It's
Okay. So let's ask, why are you choosing to kill this soldier, choosing to kill her in such a brutal way and with such seeming joy in your eyes? What's all that about?
I hate her.
Why do you hate her?
They're not my people.
Okay. What do you mean they're not your people?
They're not one of us.
Okay. Not one of us. So your beliefs are different than her beliefs.
They're savages.
Okay.
They deserve to die.
All right. Have you been in other lifetimes with?
Many.
Okay. So what sort of karmic agreement do you have?
Several.
Okay. What are they?
Our son.
Your son?
Forgiveness.
Okay. What else?
Separation.
What do you mean by operation?
Separation.
Oh, separation. Okay. Any other karmic agreements?
Loss.
Loss. Very good. Several karmic agreements that the two of you have endured and dealt with throughout many lifetimes. Do you forgive for any sadness that he has caused throughout these lifetimes? Do you understand that you were in the past to experience these karmic agreements so that you could learn and grow, so that your soul could expand? Are you able to accept the fact that you chose these karmic agreements together?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let's take this moment and understand that these karmic agreements that you have been enduring have now been acknowledged, and that you no longer need these karmic agreements, that your soul has expanded so much from the experiences that you have had that you now understand why they're there. Can you take this moment to look at him and tell him that you no longer want to go through the suffering? That these karmic agreements have been fruitful and helpful in your growth, for your soul's and your spirit's growth, but that you now see that they were karmic agreements and you no longer need to go through them?
I no longer need to go through these karmic agreements, and I have learned what my soul needed to learn through our connection.
Very good. I would like you to take all of that energy, all of those bad feelings that you have had. I want you to reach deep inside wherever you store them. Can you tell me where you feel that they might be existing within your body? Still in your stomach?
My stomach and
Oh,
my root chakra.
okay, very good. Your stomach and your root chakra. I would like you to grab all of that energy, and I would like for you to give it all back to him. Just let it go. Let it keep going until it's all completely gone. Say, I no longer need any of this karmic energy. I'm giving it all back to you.
This karmic energy, I give it all back.
Very good. Very good. Let me know when it's completely gone.
It's gone.
Okay, very good. Now I would like for you to look at that area that is now empty. It's now void of where all of that karmic negativity was between you. There's a void there, and we're going to fill that up with something beautiful. It can be a color, it could be some sort of material, whatever you'd like. Tell me, what is it like? What is it that you would like to put in that void?
Magenta light.
I'm sorry?
Magenta light.
Magenta light. That's beautiful. Okay. Let's take that magenta light. Go ahead and start filling up your abdomen and any other area in your body where those voids exist. Just let it fill up with all that beauty, all that lovely magenta. Pure and healing magenta light, filling up all the areas that now have a void.
Like a white crystalline. And
Very
some
good.
gold.
Okay. White crystalline and some gold. It's beautiful. Let me know when all those areas are completely filled with the magenta and the gold and the crystalline light. Okay. It's complete.
Jesus.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Jesus.
Okay, I heard you say something about Jesus, but I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat that?
I would like Jesus to come
Okay.
to help
All right.
bring more healing.
Very good. Well, let's ask Jesus now if he'll come to assist you in this healing. Jesus, can you please come into this timeline and help? You can let me know when you feel his presence.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Jesus.
He has his hands on my stomach and my root chakra. He's been more healing and lifting my vibration, my energy.
Very good. So how is he helping you? Is he putting his hands on those areas?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So go ahead and feel all of that healing, beautiful love that he is filling your stomach and your root chakra up with. Just allow your body to feel that healing taking place as Jesus is lying his hands down on your body.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, very good. So thank you, Jesus, for coming to help her heal. Can you look at Ben in the eyes and can you tell him you forgive him for all of the hurt that he may have caused you?
Give you for all the hurt and pain you caused me. And I'm sorry for causing any hurt and pain to you. I'm so sorry. I forgive you.
Very good. And can you tell me that you can forgive yourself for also agreeing to be a part of these karmic actions? And that as a result, you can now let that go and forgive yourself for any hurt you may have caused yourself?
I forgive myself for these karmic situations that my soul has had to endure in order to evolve, removing all shame and guilt surrounding these situations, knowing that is serving a higher purpose. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and close that scene now. All right, let's go ahead and leave that scene. And let's go back to another memory at any time, either through a past or a present or even a future, some sort of memory or happening that needs to be addressed today in order to help yourself heal.
Memory, just remembering to stay grounded, to properly cleanse and clear our energy, to stay structured and organized, to lay off distractions, stay
Okay,
focused.
Okay, so rather than a memory, this is advice that you're being given. Who is giving Dana this advice?
Her soul, her
Okay,
soul.
so this is Dana's oversoul?
You could say higher self.
Okay, very good. What other advice would you have for Dana as she continues through her evolution in this lifetime?
She's going through a some would call this a dark night of the soul.
Okay,
Another one,
okay, through another one.
deeper awakening to awaken deeper aspects within herself. Mm,
So this is
like
her,
waking up from a dream, from a dream, from a dream. That's what these awakenings are like. As soon as you think you're awake, you realize that you're just in another dream. That's
so
what healing feels like.
is that what the purpose of these dark nights of the soul are for?
Yes,
Is to help her shift into the next
level.
segment or level of learning? Very good. So, in your wisdom, as Dana's higher self, we ask this question of Archangel Michael. We'd like to ask you as well. The fact that she came to this session today with the desire to heal aspects of her that feels often very insecure and unsure of herself, even though her intuition is there and her intuition is spot on. She doesn't always listen to it because there's a lack of self-trust. What can she do on a day-to-day basis in order to learn that she can trust herself and to listen to herself more?
One must take inspired action every day
Inspired
to build
action?
inspired action to co-create. You can't just sit and wait for the universe to deliver to you. You have to show the universe you're ready. Sometimes that feels uncomfortable. And right now she's dismantling old parts of herself that no longer serve her, like a shell cracking open. This feels uncomfortable. This feels challenging. This is shedding another layer of who you think you are, but you're really so much more. This can be confusing. This can leave a sense of mourning, a loss, a death, but it's necessary. Everyone on some level goes through this process, whether knowingly or unknowingly. These processes will happen. For some people, it will result in an awakening and a death of the ego, and for others, it will just be a death, but it happens to everyone. So she's in a period where one would deem it to be challenging, but it's for a faster evolution. Her soul wanted a faster evolution, therefore, the lessons or mm, teachings can seem harsher to awaken the soul in a more shocking way, to get it to move, to change, to evolve.
Okay. So when she finds herself doubting her intuition, at that moment, what should she do?
Sit, listen, close your eyes, check your heart. What does it tell you? What do you hear?
Okay, very good.
It's not the guidance that comes outside, but what you feel within.
So the
So
guidance will come within.
the heart is one of the highest. mm, The heart is the highest frequency in the soul body. It is like a compass for us here. Some would say it's the third eye, but that is just to mm, tap in visually to gain downloads, but things must be anchored into the heart.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else that you wish to share with her at this time?
It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be scared or confused or to doubt yourself during this period. But when you come out the other side, it's going to feel completely different. But right now, you must do what you can to stay very, very, very grounded. Don't get lost in the outside noise, what's happening. That's all a reflection of what's going inward. So if you feel chaos inside, your outer world will reflect that. If you feel fear inside, your outer world will reflect it. Most importantly now, it's a time to go inward.
Very good. One of the concerns that Dana has in her life now is she is handling so many different things in addition to the most important, which is the raising of her son, Mateo. Sometimes she doesn't have time for the things that she really needs to do. How can she meditate more with this busy schedule she has?
Stay off of the distractions. Stay
Okay.
off of the devices that are meant to waste your quote unquote time to engage with online nonsense is a waste of time.
Okay.
Be as productive as possible, but know when to rest. Balance your time as efficiently as possible. Write a schedule, make a plan every day. You leave some room for change, but ultimately have a schedule, have a plan every day. Stay committed.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you for helping and giving her some wonderful wisdom today.
You're welcome.
So let's go ahead and leave that scene. And now I would like for you to go ahead and do a quick scanning of your body before your higher self leaves. And I would like for you to look at her from head to toe. Tell me if there's anything a little off there, or if you find any darkness in her body, anything that shouldn't be there.
She's holding energy in her hands, her head, her her shoulders,
What kind of energy?
her feet. Stagnant energy, picking up on mm, the head is created from herself. The shoulders are mm, burdens that she's carrying. The hands is what she's picking up from other people. The feet is having an issue moving the energy out of the body. It's just stagnant energy. It looks like like it's dark, but it's not any sort of entity or attachments. It's just all this stuck energy. She's
Okay.
not clearing her body properly.
Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and take this opportunity then, with your help, to remove this stagnant energy. So let's begin with the head. You said that the head is something that she's causing herself. So
Mhm.
let's begin to take that stagnant energy and let's begin to remove that from her head. Just taking it out, removing it. It's no longer necessary, no longer needed, does not serve any purpose, and throw it away. Now let's go down to her shoulders, which is a metaphor for all the burdens that she carries. And let's remove that stagnant energy from those shoulders. She no longer needs to feel that stagnant energy. It serves no purpose. Very good. Very good. So let's now move to her hands, which seems to be picking up other people's energies and issues. Just letting it go and throwing it all away. And finally, let's move down to her feet. This energy in her feet seems to be keeping her from being able to move the energy from her body that is necessary. Let's go ahead and remove all of that stagnant energy from her feet, throwing it all away. Let me know when your body has gotten rid of all the stagnant energy.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, very good. Okay, so in this time has had the ability to talk to Archangel Michael and to speak to her higher self, which all and together has addressed her concerns of no longer trusting herself. She now knows the basis for her inability to trust and knows that that no longer serves her and it's no longer necessary. She has also had the ability to get rid of her karmic debts with throughout their many, many lifetimes and seeing that that no longer serves a purpose in this lifetime, and therefore healing from all of these issues. She's done an outstanding job today, healing herself and in turn healing her soul. She knows now that she needs to stay away from distractions in order to be as productive as possible. She knows now it's important for her to balance her time and to become more organized by making a plan, schedules on a daily basis, and sticking to those very things. That, in turn, will give her more time so she can meditate on a more consistent basis, which then will allow her to go within and will allow her to find what she needs to do in order to help others who have come to this earth, help the earth evolve, help the people collectively and socially evolve, and most importantly, serve herself to its highest and best good. All right, so now I'm going to start counting from 10 all the way down to 1. And I would like for you to go back to those stairs And as you take each step on those stairs going upward, you will start to feel more